We're just waiting for the courtroom to connect, and then I'm going to bring Judge in. Looks good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring Judge in.
For her, this is very about thank you.
Can you hear me?
Judge.
Terry, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge, I can hear you.
Okay, we'll do this again. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Judge.
Okay. State of Texas versus Miguel Sanchez. This is set for his status. Looks like he's been in jail for about a year. Looks like he's facing a sexual abuse of a child case. And so, State, what is the progress as far as this being set for jury trial or working out?
Your Honor, I believe a offer has been tendered to defense counsel, and they are working it out. I am speaking on behalf of Ms. Daglia, who is out for the rest of the month, but that is my understanding of the case at this point.
And Your Honor, let me help out Mr. Reyna. That's correct. It is Ms. Toglia's case, Your Honor. We have agreed and have signed off on the pretrial diversion paperwork. On Friday, the last paperwork that the court clerk was needing was the clerk's record, which was sent to her. So my understanding is, I think the only thing left to do is, I don't know if the state dismisses the case. So because Mr. Miguel Arista also has a immigration hold. So I'm not sure if they need to dismiss the case so that Your Honor can sign off on the dismissal and then immigration can take over, or how that works, which is why we kept him on the docket today. But the PTD paperwork is complete, Your Honor.
Okay. So my experience is, Ms. Torres, you have explained to him what he's supposed to do in this pretrial diversion over the year,
Yes.
years. It's over a year or 2 years.
It's 2 years, Your Honor.
Okay, so he understands that. So I don't need to explain what he needs to take care of.
Yes, that's correct, Judge.
And you have explained to him that if he doesn't take care of it, then the state can indict the case again.
Yes, Your Honor. And Ms. Togla is aware of the immigration hold as well. And so we're all going to be trying to work together depending on what happens once he has that hearing. If he gets deported, then I have to advise her right away. If he does not, and he's out on bond awaiting in the United States, then he'll start reporting to pretrial, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Reyna, is Ms. Toglia, is she on vacation or is she out sick or seminar?
Your Honor, she's on vacation. She's actually getting married in Italy, I believe. So both of our child prosecutors are going to be out till the 1st is what my understanding is, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, having this paperwork signed now is not really gonna make a difference if he still has immigration hold. So that's gonna keep him in jail basically for a little while. So why don't you send an email to her, let her know when she gets back in office that she needs to go ahead and look into this one as quick as possible.
Yes, sir. And I'll CC you, Ms. Torres.
Okay, and so Your Honor wants to keep him in jail on this charge till she does the dismissal, or is Mr. Reyna doing the dismissal?
If the DA's office wants to provide a dismissal, that's agreement, pretrial diversion, and they can send me a dismissal and I'll get it signed.
Okay,
But that's something Mr. Reyna needs to, I guess, speak with his supervisor about, since it's not really his case. But yeah, as soon as it's signed, and then he won't have to worry about the state charge. He just has to worry about the federal hold.
right.
Okay.
you,
With that, everyone's excused. You have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and bring Judge into the session.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Ms.
Good
Grant.
morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. Let me see here. State of Texas versus Joe Trevino.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can hear you, ma'am. Okay, it looks like he's facing assault, family violence, third degree. He's been in jail for little over 200 days. And this is a status. What I need to know is do I need to set this for a jury trial or do we have an agreement?
Your Honor, we're working towards an agreement. We received the file and we are currently sending it to the grand jury. And I have spoke to Ms. Graham, and I believe she's going to make an oral motion, which the state will not object to.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Graham?
Yes, I filed and it should have been, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes.
Your Honor, I e-filed through the district clerk's office a writ asking for a bond reduction on Mr. Trevino since he's been in custody and there's no indictment. So we're asking the court to reduce his bond to a reasonable amount to allow him to bond out if he can. Is he on the, I can call him to provide some testimony.
Okay, so raise your right hand.
Your Honor, can I have something to say?
Hang on. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, state your name.
Joel Trevino.
Okay, Ms. Graham, you may proceed. Wait till your attorney asks you some questions, sir. Okay, Ms. Graham, you may proceed.
Yeah, Mr. Trevino, yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Can you hear me, Mr. Trevino?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, go ahead, Ms. Graham.
What is your current what is your current financial status?
I don't have no job, but my bond's been paid for. My ankle monitor's been paid for. They just need an address, and I have 2 written affidavits on this case. So
Okay, so you already paid your bond already?
they just need an address, and I don't have the 3rd address.
Who needs it? Who needs
The
an address?
the ankle monitor people.
Okay, so Ms. Graham,
Okay, well-
if he's posted bond, as soon as he comes up with the address, then he should be released. We can't hold him if he's posting his bond in time.
Yes, Your Honor.
So go ahead, I guess, get the case in front of the grand jury and see if they indicted or not, and let the court know.
Yes, sir.
Okay, with that, everyone's excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge is ready. I'm going to go ahead and bring him into the session.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Your Honor.
Okay, I guess you're filling in for the other Mr. Reyna.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
State that.
Good morning.
Kenneth Jenkins.
Yes, sir.
Deuce Mom, so raise your right hand. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Kenneth Ray Jenkins.
All right, Mr. Jenkins, your attorney here, Mr. Reyna, has filed a motion, and so he's going to be asking some questions of you. I want you to only answer these questions. Don't be speaking out unless he's actually asking you a question or else the state is.
Yes, sir.
You're looking at a state jail drug case and also prohibited substance in a correctional facility. Mr. Reyna, do you know how much these bonds are currently?
I do, Your Honor. The prohibited substance is $5,000, and the POCS, I believe, is $1,500.
Okay, and he has been in jail for about 100 days at this point.
Well, yes, Your Honor, around there, yes.
Okay, so you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jenkins, can you say your name for the record?
Kenneth Ray Jenkins.
Okay, and you know what your bond is that correct on each of these cases?
For the both of them that I'm in here for right now,
Yes, sir.
like 15,000, right?
Okay, it's somewhere around about 6,000. Now, have you tried to reach out to family and friends to try to reach to pay this bond?
Yes, my mom said she could not pay it, that I was gonna have to sit it out or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any cars or houses or anything like that you can put towards your bond?
Not that I know of
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
I
if
know
you-
I get a disability check, but no, I'm not getting it right now because I'm incarcerated.
Okay. Now, if you are released, where would you be living? Would you be living with your mom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you know that address? I don't want you to say it right now, but do you know that address?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you will provide that if you are released to the probation department?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What kind of work? I know you said your disability, you have disability, but do you work at all?
I was when I was in staying in Austin, but I'm not staying in Austin anymore, you know.
Okay.
All I do is stay home with my mom. That's all I do. 'Cause-
Okay. And would you be living in Nueces County if you're released?
Yes, sir.
And if you are released, are you going to be showing up to court every time you're supposed to be coming to court?
Yes, sir. I swear to God, I need to.
Okay. Are you asking the court to release you on a PR bond where you don't have to pay any money? Is that what you're asking the court?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
State.
Mr. Jenkins, if the court does release you on a personal recognizance bond in your cases, will you abide by the conditions that are set forth for those bonds?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Reyna, any more witnesses?
No more witnesses at this time, Your Honor.
State, do you have any witnesses you want to call?
No, sir.
Okay, and State, how long has it taken on the lab reports at this time?
I just rejoined the office, sir, so I'm not sure. I can't imagine that would be any quicker than I'm used to it being. However, in light of the fact that Mr. Jenkins has been in custody for about 100 days at this point, the state is at this time agreeing to, if Your Honor is okay with it, to release him on PR bonds. I would note, Your Honor, that there does seem to be a pattern of substance abuse. And so based on previous convictions, and I'm just a little concerned about the welfare of the defendant and would just ask that any bond conditions, I believe they already include drug and alcohol testing, but just that they would include those conditions.
Okay, Mr. Reyna, I guess you kind of made argument for you, so I guess I don't need to hear from you, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to set both of these and PR bonds, since it is taking a while for the lab reports to come back into the DA's office. Sure. What kind of medication do you take when before you?
I take Abilify, Lexapro, and I forgot the other one, but I do take medication. I was taking taking medication back in the day, but I'm not on it right now because I have not seen one of those people that you go see for your psych meds. His name is Dr. Pagan.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
This
sir.
time I'm gonna set those bonds at PR, so 5,000 PR and 1,500 PR bonds. I want you reporting one time. I want you calling in one time a week and reporting
sir.
person, one time a month. Listen. I want him on random drug testing. I also want him to sign up for Narcotics Anonymous 2 times a week at least. And so I want you, when you get him on maybe the MHMR caseload, or I want him taking his medicine every day so I don't see him before his case is taken care of. Anything else? Mr.
No,
Manning?
sir, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, if I just may interject, I did say the POCS was 1,500. I want to clarify it is 3,500. I apologize.
I made a 5,000 PR bond and 1,500 PR bond bailiff. So it should take care of it. He should be released today or tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Okay, with that, everyone's
Yes.
excused. Y'all have a good day.
Thank
Yes,
you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you, Your Honor.
Amen.
Is that it?
Thank you, Tara.
No problem.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing?
Hey Frank, how you doing?
Good, good. Just wanted to make sure it was on.
You're living the dream over there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm living the dream. Oh, man. Dream of the nightmare, Jerry. What am I living?
No, man, you're living the dream, man. You're funny, Frankie. Well, you got your northeastern weather today, man. It's cold and
Well,
rainy.
this isn't cold. I mean, I won't go back there.
No, not compared to where you were, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it's been in the 40s over there. So
really.
we don't have that. Yeah, already it's been in the 40s. So I like the warm weather. I won't go back to the cold.
So do you have family up there still or no?
I got a brother in Massachusetts
Okay,
and my sister's in Florida.
okay. She's smart, man. She went to Florida, huh?
Yeah, she barely avoided that awful hurricane they had down there.
Yeah.
She's up in Orlando. Got a lot of
Okay,
rain, but
she's by my sister. That's where my sister lives, right by Orlando.
yeah, she got a lot of rain, but she didn't get what those poor people got south
I
of her.
know. They got hit hard, man.
Well, yeah, it's still flooded there.
Mm-mm. I don't know if that's our guy or.
I remember when I first came down to start law school, Hurricane Alicia hit in Houston,
Yeah,
and it hit and everything was flooded. And all the roads were flooded because the bayous overflowed.
yeah.
And we we drew straws to see who go out because there was one store that was open to buy food. And of course I lost. So there I am in my bathing suit up to my neck in water, walking there, and I get the stuff and put it back. When I got back, it's on the news. Whatever you do, don't go in that water. There's alligators in there, there's snakes, there's rats, and what do I know?
I'm from the north.
Oh, God almighty.
Yeah.
That was
The,
close.
the geographical threats, man, what the unknown. You don't
Yeah.
realize it.
I had
Yeah.
no idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get for being a Yankee, I guess.
Yeah. The different culture, man. Different atmosphere down here. Yep.
Water moccasins in there. Ah!
I know. And there's a lot of them. I get a couple, like when it rains real hard, I'll get some around our house. That and rattlesnakes, yeah, but mostly water moccasins coming up from when it rains real heavy.
Ugh.
Those things are mean, man.
I know, that's what I hear.
Yeah, they're mean snakes, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A friend of mine invited me up to his ranch, and I went over there. And he's telling me about all the snakes he has. Well, I didn't go back. I wasn't any part of that.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to him, but
Yeah.
like that. So
You know who I always see at pictures at his ranch is what's the lawyer's name? Waller. He has a ranch and yeah, he's always complaining about the snakes, man. There's a lot of rattlesnakes. Yeah.
You live like that, it just scare the hell out of you.
Yeah,
At least now I know why cowboys wore boots.
That's right. Thick ones.
Yep.
High boots.
Yep. I know now why they did.
Yeah.
It wasn't just for looks.
That's right. Got that heavy, but the good boots are heavy leather, The pretty boy boots aren't very effective, but the ones
Walking that high grass, that could save you.
I was seeing a show where when the grass is real high, the snake lies on top of the grass, so you can get bit in your thigh and everything, right? So the boots don't do anything, but it's amazing how they adjust. Yeah.
Well, I'm sending somebody out there. I'm sending somebody out there with a lawnmower then.
All right, guys, Judge is ready to start, so I'm going to go ahead and bring Judge into the
Okay.
session.
Thank you.
There he is.
Good morning.
Good
Morning, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm calling State of Texas versus Jaden Garza. Looks like he's facing a murder charge and he's been in jail about 185 days. How much is the bond set at?
The bond is
Judge,
set at-
What's the bond? 250,000, Terry? What is it?
it's set at 300,000 right now.
300,000. Judge, I spoke with Mr. Shamsi. We've agreed, subject to the court's permission, of course, to reduce the bond to $200,000 with conditions of a ankle monitor and also a curfew and, of course, random drug and
Hang on
alcohol
real quick.
testing.
Hang on. Deputy, could you close that door so I can hear? Deputy. I need you to close that door. Go ahead and mute the defendant.
Oh,
Okay. Mr. Erico, go ahead and put that on the record again.
Yeah, we've agreed to a $200,000 bond, Judge, with the court's permission, of course, with an ankle monitor, also random drug and alcohol testing and a curfew.
Is that correct, Mr. Shamsi?
That's correct, Your Honor. And all other conditions that the court normally applies to these kind of cases.
Okay, and is your client in school or is he out
He
of school?
was in school, so now he's been in jail since April. So he'll probably have to enroll in a GED program, Judge, but I think he'll be working with his grandfather and living with him also.
Okay, so I'm going to agree to reduce his bond to 200,000 cash or surety or attorney bond. I want
Yes,
him calling in one time a week, and then I want him reporting in person one time a month. GPS, house arrest, random drug testing and alcohol testing. I want a curfew. And I either want him working at least part-time or working on his GED.
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, I have a question about the no contact with the victim's family.
No contact with the victim's family or their friends or anyone else associated with the victim.
Also, with no witnesses involved in this case, Judge.
Or no witnesses, no contact at all, it's zero tolerance.
Judge, in regards to witnesses, there might be some witnesses that are in his family, just for the court's information, his.
We have no
mother-
opposition to that, Judge.
Are those going to be family members that he's going to be living with or?
Yeah, and that he has contact with his mother and his, he'll be
Okay.
living with his grandparents and his father.
Well, Mr. Shams, it sounds like the state's not an objection of those witnesses, correct? Mr. Erico?
That's right, Judge.
Okay, anything else?
Yes, Judge, I have two discovery motions. The first one is the standard 3914 motion and the witness disclosure experts that was filed back in, I believe, May. And I don't think there's an objection to that.
Mr. Erico?
Judge, I don't object to disclosing experts. I don't have that, that motion in front of me. I don't recall seeing that one, but there's another motion I have that Mr. Shams just said. But if it's just disclosing experts, I'm not opposed.
Okay, so Mr. Shams, as you know, there's only a few prosecutors that are handling the bigger first-degree felonies, so.
Right.
Mr. Erico, just whenever you have some time, make sure he gets that list.
Yes, sir, I will.
And Judge, there's one other motion that I'd asked the court to look at, and this is a specific, it's a second discovery motion. And so it asks for the 3914, but it also asks for 4 specific items. Number 1, all medical reports, notes, or treatment related to the deceased at the scene or at the hospital by treating paramedics. All the physical copy of all the pictures taken at the scene or the medical examiner's office or related to the incident. And the third one is a copy of all medical reports related to any treatment at the hospital of the deceased, including medications that they might have provided. And I think Mr. Erico and I have talked about that, and he's in agreement if it's in his possession. We're just not sure who the treating paramedics are right now. And the last thing is what I'm asking, and I'll arrange it with Mr. Erico, subject to the court's order, to inspect the physical evidence they might have. That'd be later in time.
Okay, Mr. Erico?
Judge, I don't think I have power over EMS and control over them as far as the notes go, but I have no objection to police notes, if any. And of course, I don't think Mr. Shamsi means doctor's notes because I don't have any control over that. So subject to that, those exceptions, I'm not opposed to that motion, Judge.
And Judge, the only reason why that's going to be important is because it's referred to in the medical examiner's reports. So that's why that's going to be
Okay, well,
important.
Mr. Erico, if you need to do a grand jury subpoena, then I can give you enough time to have that work through the system.
I think he's been indicted already, hasn't he?
He has
Judge
been
Eric?
indicted.
Oh, he
Yeah,
has?
He's been indicted. I think his trial date is December 5th, Judge, and I have a trial date on that same day
Okay,
with
that's pretty quick.
a 4-year-old case that is going to go to trial in Judge Gabon's court.
Is that a jail case or is that just an older case?
No, that's an older case. It's 4 years old. Or-
Okay, well, this one's fairly new in my docket, so it's probably gonna get continued. It sounds like the state's gonna need some time to try to obtain as much of this discovery as it can within a reasonable time. So,
I don't have any opposition to his motion for continuance, Judge, under those circumstances.
okay, Ms. Johnson, can just go ahead and continue this trial docket? It looks like he's going to post bond, so he's not gonna be in jail, so he's gonna be moved down the list a little bit. Mr. Erico, let's go ahead and why don't we just do it? I don't want to do a deadline on this since Mr. Erico works pretty well with the defense attorneys.
Yeah.
Let's do a status in 45 days
Yes, sir.
and just say, if everything's been turned over, then we're fine. We don't need to meet, but if there's something I need to deal with, then let's go ahead and have a status in about 45 days, Ms. Johnson.
I'll send out a setting, Judge.
And again, Judge, as far as the first motion goes, if it just named the experts, I'm not opposed to that. I don't know if it's anything more than that.
That's all it is.
Well, Mr. Erico, I think that what's going to take some time is dealing with the medical, the hospital and stuff.
And Judge, while we're at it, I'd make an oral motion that Mr. Shamsi turn over the names of any experts he plans to call.
That sounds fair.
And Terry, if they have reports, of course.
I'll give you everything that I have on that.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see y'all in about 45 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, everyone, excuse you. Have a good day.
Take care,
Thank you.
Judge.
Erica, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me what the bond amount is on Brawley?
1,500.
I'm sorry, what was that?
1,500.
Cash or surety?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. And Tara,
Yes.
that protective order at 11 o'clock, I
Yes.
just saw that it was dismissed.
It was dismissed?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge is ready, so I'm going to go ahead and bring him in to the session.
Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Calling the state text versus Sean Broly.
Yes, sir.
So let me have you raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
State your name.
Sean Michael Brawley.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Delgado, are you available?
Yes, Judge, my computer's just running a little slow.
Okay, you filed a motion. Looks like he's being detained on a possession of controlled substance, state jail felony. How much is the bond amount currently?
I'm bringing that up right now, Judge.
I believe it's 1,500, Your Honor.
1,500, okay. So you may proceed unless there's an agreement.
Yes, Mr. Broly, I'm going to ask you just a couple of questions in effect to reduce your bond. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Is there any way for PR bond?
We're going to make our request after evidence is presented and argument is made, but let's go ahead and get that evidence out, Mr. Broly. How old are you?
34.
Mr. Broly, do you work for a living?
I usually do. Yes, sir. I relapsed about a year and a half ago, and I've been out of work for like 3 months.
Okay. Is it your intent to try and obtain work?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And who do you live with?
At the moment, I do not live with anyone. I'm trying to go back to San Marcos to live with my mother. She needs my help over there. She's getting older, and I'm ready to stay sober again.
And I've been in contact with your mom, and being that you're in jail right now, 1,500 is just an amount that you're not able to come up with, along with
Yes.
your mom. And
Yes.
you're requesting that the courts issue a PR bond in this case.
If it's possible, yes, sir.
Do you have any violent history, Sean?
No, sir.
Do you have any felony convictions, Sean?
No, sir.
And we're just making it respectful. How long have you been in custody now? About over a month?
Yes, 50 days.
50 days. Okay. And you understand that your case has not been indicted. So plea
Yes, sir.
bargains or anything like that, they're really not on the table at this point. So you're just
Yes, sir.
asking to release you from custody until we can get your case filed.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pass the witness, Your Honor.
Any questions, State?
Just briefly, Your Honor, may I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Broly, are you going to have any issues attending court or following any conditions that the court may impose upon you if you are released?
No, sir.
Okay. In the event the court does release you on a PR bond and has you submit to random drug tests, is that going to be an issue?
Random drug tests, as in like calling a line or something?
As in calling a line and going in to take a UA.
Okay. Can I do it in San Marcos or?
I believe so. I believe it can be transferred. That'd be something.
Okay, then that wouldn't be a problem.
Okay. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm gonna make this a $1,500 PR bond. I will allow it to be him to be or go live with his mom in Comal County.
It's I'm sorry, sir. It's Guadalupe County and Hayes County.
Okay, so those counties over there, I need your mom's address, and then I want him calling in one time a week and reporting in person one time a month, random drug test. I want him to sign up for NA at least twice a week. And so I want you to start working.
Okay, yes, sir. And I have one more question. What about the Class A misdemeanor? Is that time served or?
Hey, Sean, I'm going to go ahead and work on that. We were just waiting on the results of this hearing and what the judge is going to do. But you have to understand what the judge is telling you right now. These are conditions of your release.
Yes,
You
sir.
want to be out on bond. You want to get a PR bond. If you do not follow those conditions, you're going to find yourself right back in jail with no bond. Do you
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Everybody confused. Zero tolerance to.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
Judge.
Thank you. Okay.
think it's gonna take about 2 hours. I had it on the A file. That was pretty much, yeah.